We flip first, so if they're anticipating the Chavez, they could play Shang-Chi to counter. I'm not gonna snap. I'm not gonna snap. All that talking for no snapping. Devil Dino. By 1! Yes! Oh, baby. Let's go. Welcome back, my friends, to Marvel Snap, where we have just unlocked Wave. I have been waited with bated breath to be able to pick up this card. It was a premium card accessible out of Season 1, but now has been added into Pool 3 and is finally available to the masses. Wave has been meta-defining here in the early months of Marvel Snap, and we have a lot of decks planned out to be able to leverage her power. Starting us out is the Deathwave deck. This deck has become infamous on ladder because of how consistent it is, how powerful it is, and how accessible it is, meaning that a lot of people are actually able to run it. It is abusing the interaction between Wave and Death, which operates a little uniquely. Wave on reveal next turn cards in both players' hands cost 4. Death has a passive. This card costs 1 less for each card destroyed this game. Starting out at 9, Death is the most expensive card in the entire game, but with a little bit of self-destruction and potentially destruction on our opponent's side, we will be able to play her for a very cheap price. And with Wave, we plan on playing her for free, because Wave setting Death's cost to 4 happens first, and then Death's passive kicks in. As long as 4 cards have been destroyed, Death will be free. It's a little awkward because Swarm is a similar card that decreases their own cost, but Wave will still increase their cost to 4. I don't know if the developers are going to clarify this interaction, but this is currently how it stands, and to be able to take as much benefit as we can from some self-destruction, destroying some cards on our opponent's side, we're leveraging the self-destruction archetype. We have Killmonger, Nova, Carnage, Deathlock, Bucky Barnes. These cards are able to generate a lot of tempo for us. Squirrel Girl here is also a piece to generate a lot of tokens that can all be destroyed. Yondu is here just because it helps thin the opponent's deck, and then honestly he's here to be destroyed, either fed to Carnage or simply popped to be able to facilitate a cheaper death. America Chavez is here because she's going to allow us to more reliably hit the combos that we are looking for in the deck, coming in only on turn 6 when we would actually be able to play her alongside Death for free. Finally, Angel is here thinning out the deck even more to be able to more reliably get our combos. I value this, but this is also a bit of a flex slot. You can pop in a couple other cards. If you have Deadpool, there is an argument to try and work him into this as well, because we're running enough destruction, and with Killmonger trying to pop the 1 cost to be able to then fuel a lot of destructions to get Death on the board, it would make sense for Deadpool to be in the list. We are going to jump into battle here. The deck list is up above. You can always leave comments down below to talk specific card substitutions. I read all the comments. I love interacting with you guys. Let me know if you've seen any spicy variants of the Deathwave archetype. I know it's popular enough that there are a number of different variants. We're going to play around. If we discover any really interesting ones, they might get their own video. Hopping into battle here against Lloyd. This will be the very first time that I am running this deck, but I have seen it played against me so many times. Let's see how well we have picked up how to abuse these cards. Squirrel Girl popping out turn 1, able to spam out her little tokens. We have Deathlock, Killmonger, Death in hand, and District X. Well, amazing. So are you kidding? I get Bucky? Okay. We have Bucky. That's hilarious. It's good. Is it gonna give us any other synergistic cards? It very well could. I can't believe that we got something that synergizes. Let's go ahead and pop that for some tempo. Will we be able to play Death? We have to destroy at least 3 cards to be able to play the Lady Death on turn 6 for 6 cost. And then at 12 strength, 6 cost, that's okay. And then anything less than that is honestly a steal. So there we go. We see that her cost is already coming down. The opponent playing Carnage there for no value is a little unfortunate, because she will feed off of destructions happening on the opponent's side of the board as well. Polaris, move opposing 1 or 2 cost cards to this location. I love that. I want to get you away from Stark Tower. Don't want you getting the buff from Stark Tower. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. We should snap. The tempo is on our side. we're getting cards that are actually useful out of District X. That's the thing. When you see District X come in and you get something other than absolute garbage, you know that you're in for a good game. Now we want to be able to build up something off of Stark Tower here. Is it time for Killmonger? I feel like it has to be time for Killmonger to make way for Death into something on the final turn. Death will be able to pick up the +3 from Monster Metropolis, unless our opponent has something really dramatic here to lay down. What's it going to be? They've got the Khazar? Alright. You haven't played any 1-drops. Playing the Khazar, their deck, I mean, the deck was replaced by District X. I'm not going to criticize anything on the terms of their deck, which usually my mind goes to, trying to predict what they're going to play. We have certainly a commanding lead in District X. We got Death down to 5 cost, which I love for us. 12 strength, let's give her a little bit of help. The opponent has snapped against us. What do... Do they just anticipate that I don't have Death? Do they think that I didn't destroy enough to be able to play her down? Omega Red. That is a spicy play. Able to leverage their advantage at Stark Tower to get the +4, but when we were given Bucky Barnes off District X, I knew it was coming together for us. Amazing win. If you guys enjoy this Decklist style videos, then subscribe to the channel. I put these out quite consistently as we're expanding our collection, adapting to the meta, covering all the patches that they drop as well. Stay very active with the game here. You'll be notified when we go live and you can come hang out. Man, I cannot wait until they get friendly matches introduced. We can do games with viewers, etc., etc. Really looking forward to what is to come for the game here. Up against Rohan. I do love the beginning of seasons where I start facing new opponents. Otherwise, up at like the higher end of infinite rank for the people like me who are completely addicted and play way too often, it gets like very repetitive. Say the same names over and over, though we're always playing different decks, so the game stays fresh. Which I actually think is a remarkable advantage for the game in that with the variety of locations, it can actually stay fresh. So many other games, especially when the deck lists are this tight, they're this small, very consistent. You only play 12 cards in a deck. That means that you don't adapt your decks very often once you have locked them into an archetype. So to keep on running just the same 12 cards game after game and it still feel okay is insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. We have Wave, which is amazing, and she's been buffed by Okoye, so even better. Nothing has been destroyed yet, so it doesn't combo that well into Death, but is it going to get better? We haven't gotten anything that's going to destroy pieces. I think I actually do play Rock Slide here, though. We'll go Rock Slide at the Triskelion. We're looking for some destruction here at Fisk Tower, so I don't want Rock Slide to get fed into a destruction piece. But we'll see what we're able to actually put together here. I want to play Wave next turn. Yeah, it's going to be a little awkward. Alright, there goes Squirrel Girl. That's one destruction at least. It's going to bring the cost of Death down. And there's Carnage. Oh, that's so good. It actually couldn't be better. Carnage is going to feed on these, pop out the Soldier. Winter Soldier being +6 versus the Nova buff on 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, it's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Okay. Oh, this is good. This is good. Blue Marvel will come down as our 6-drop. Yeah, we'll get Death and Blue Marvel together. So here we go. Death got down to 6. Wave is able to pop out. Sets Death to 1. Never mind, we don't get Blue Marvel. I need one more destruction. Ah, tragedy. Okay, playing all the rocks, but they're able to pick up the buffs here from Patriot. Yeesh. Well, it's hard to beat the value on Death here, and then I'm hoping that Blue Marvel is enough to be able to surprise the opponent for the win on center. I'm gonna snap. There's no way they anticipate that we're running Blue Marvel. It came to us randomly from Triskelion, which has been a really fun location. I feel like we get to see more cards that aren't they don't naturally fit into these popular deck archetypes get played, and I think that they're fun cards. There they go. They lock in with the Wolfsbane. I'm sorry, my friend. But we play to the heart of the cards. Oh, that swing is so juicy. And because Wave was setting him down to 4 cost, we get to play them both together. Ah, and there it is, the first level up for Wave. Let's make our gal a little more beautiful. What is the comic book origin of Wave? Somebody in the comments, let me know. Who does she team up with? I know nothing about Wave, and I would love to know more because she seems very interesting. She's like Ariel mixed with Wonder Woman is the vibes I'm getting. I'm getting some Amazon vibes, but I feel like I know that she's Polynesian, so Amazon doesn't sound quite right. Let's get into another here. Now, some gamers out there are starting to sour on Deathwave being considered the very top of the meta. I feel like Mr. Negative deck lists, they're right there with it. They probably do have a slightly higher ceiling. This deck list, though, is very accessible. As long as you have Wave, then you're really only looking at Death as your other pool 3 card. The Hood, as we're going to play here, is certainly beneficial, but also certainly not required for the deck to be solid. We're actually going to want to be careful with the Demon if we're going to look at a Killmonger play later on. But we should do just fine, and that thins Angel out as well. They're going Psylocke? Well, this could be the head-to-head Mr. Negative versus Deathwave, and I'm here for it. Alright, Deathlock comes in. This means that Death now is going to be free. We get her down to 5. Yes. With Wave, she's free. I should clarify. She's not free now. She's 5. But at 4 cost, she would be free. Nah, sure. And I've popped Carnage and Deathlock. I don't have another Destroy effect to be able to activate Bucky Barnes. We didn't know if we were going to draw him, so we played a little bit more for tempo. Maybe we get burned a little here. But this is all right. Do I want to hold Wave? I could. Or I could play it out for some faster tempo. The thing is that Mr. Negative is probably looking to take the game with Magic into turn 7. This could be where our deck list slows down. I don't even necessarily want to play Killmonger with the 2 negative ninjas on their side and then, say, Angel on our side. I'm just going to play the Demon. Ooh. Play Demon on mid? I'll play Demon on mid. Okay. How this deck scales up into turn 7 is probably its biggest weakness. It's very well tuned to do great through turn 6 because you get this enormous burst on turn 6, the free death plus the Chavez. Okay, they're gonna play Wave for us. And there it is. The 0 cost death. I think this is fantastic for us because Wave is a double-edged sword. She allows you to cheat out big cards early, but she also holds your opponent back if they want to play down multiple cards, which in a Mr. Negative deck, what do you want to do? You want to spam out all of these super cheap cards. We'll end turn 5 here. Or do I want to hold her for pulling the opponent back on the next turn? It's tight with going up to 7 turns. That's what's killing us right now. All right, here comes Chavez. Yeah, we probably should have gone ahead with Wave. Well, we can play her now. Yeah, that's the point, is we play her now. I think I actually play Wave on Limbo, even though we're so far ahead. I would like Chavez to play on left, but I also want Chavez to be flexible to let us win one of these. So does Nova also play to right? Nova can wait. Nova can wait because, wait. They'll cost 4. I was about to say with 7 energy we should be able to play both, but not if Wave's effect is active. We have to play him now if we want that 2 power. Which I suppose we do. Just in case of a tie. And then it's probably just Chavez to the Tinkerer's Workshop. But I don't know. We need to stay open for what the opponent's going to do this turn. It's intense. There's the Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
Do they have Mystique to copy the Iron Man, and that's going to be how this goes out? It could be how it goes out. We're going to give the opponent the thumbs up. I think they have one card in deck, 4 in hand. What else do we know? We know about them. They played the Morph. Oh, they're spamming. Now, every time I've seen people spam the ARG or I'm losing, it's always a bluff. But do I want to snap? I mean, I think Wave really did screw up their game plan. But they could. What does Shang-Chi here do? We are at 10. Shang-Chi takes them to 10. Oh, it's a... It's nasty. We flip first, so if they're anticipating the Chavez, they could play Shang-Chi to counter. I'm not gonna snap. I'm not gonna snap. All that talking for no snapping. Devil Dino. By 1! Yes! Oh, baby. Let's go. Here is the deck list in all of its disgusting glory. It is so efficient, so consistent. Back-to-back-to-back wins, guys. I recorded those games straight through. It's so smooth. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to be playing more Wave decks. So let me know down in the comments, is there a spicy variant of this deck list that you would like to see me try out? What are some other variants with Wave? I know she's popular in a lot of control archetypes. I have some ideas myself, but I'm always curious what you guys are interested in seeing. Till next time, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.